take 3 for this goddamn thing because my phone's stupid. So hi, I'm Rob. I'm the creator of this YouTube channel, and I am doing a review for the Lies of P. Now, my script says that I should mention that there may be spoilers in this review, but I'm going to keep them as vague as possible so that I don't give away too much. I might touch upon things, but until you actually play the game, you probably won't know. So let's begin. Things that I like about this game. First and foremost, the demo. The fact that they released a demo was a fantastic idea, and the demo basically got me hooked into this game, and I wanted to see and complete it. If it wasn't for the demo, I would not have bought this game, just because of how many Souls-like there are. Now, this game took from... God damn it, Nug. Ugh. Sorry, my cat was eating grass. Nug. Got it. I'm gonna put you inside soon. Ugh. All right. Sorry. Back to this. I was talking about how this game uses both Dark Souls, Sekiro, and Bloodborne fighting combat techniques, we'll say. If you like any of those games, you will enjoy this one. It's not as punishing as Dark Souls. It's as fast-paced as Bloodborne, and the deflection system of Sekiro just makes it so good. It makes it so engaging. Next is the amount of weapons and the fact that you can take a weapon and split it between both the weapon head and the hilts, altering your playstyle altogether, fitting your stats as well. Loved it. Good job. The bosses as overall are good. They're not great. They are good. They're not gimmicky, which is why they're good. If there was more gimmicky bosses, I'd probably say they're mediocre. But overall, good bosses through and through. And on the bosses note, I don't know if other people have found this or figured this out, but there were certain bosses that definitely lined up like you were going to fight them. You absolutely were. But you could bypass them. And that was a nice touch, and I enjoyed that about this game. I'm not going to go much further than that about the bosses because then I might reveal something. Sorry, I got chickens out too. The story for this game had me dialed in the entire time. It was a mystery, and I wanted to know more. I wanted to figure out more. I wanted to see more. I wanted to just figure out what was going on. And I loved it throughout. I'm not going to say anything else because I don't want to give away anything else. The fast travel system, how early you get it in the game, was a very nice touch. It made traveling around and exploring a lot easier. It encouraged it as well due to how fast you could do it. And the fact that there was a centralized point for like upgrading weapons, buying stuff, NPC characters, leveling up. It was great. It was wonderfully done, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. I thought that was a great touch to the game. Now, your main character, the player, has an arm that you can detach and customize and move around a little bit. What I loved the most about this was the fact that the player could get every element type. Sometimes you don't get that in games. You had to look for them though. They were hard to find, but worth it. Because it offered an array of different battle options and different ways to approach bosses, and I really enjoyed that. My personal favorite was the acid arm. Oh, the fact that both the weapon head and the hilt had abilities. Again, mix and matching, going to your playstyle. Loved it. Great job. Pesty, Stop being mean to your sister. If you have chickens, you know. Things I don't like about the game now. The aggressiveness, the aggressiveness of both the bosses and how aggressive the player has to be to uh, overcome the boss can be very overwhelming at first. Pesty, stop being mean to Mabel. Um, and this is where the Bloodborne aspect really comes from it, because you need to be aggressive. The bosses will come after you, and they will not stop. Granted, uh, the way that I fought the game, there is might be considered a challenge run. There are specters that you can help come deal with bosses. There are throwables that I didn't really use too much that will help with bosses. So like I might have you might have to take this one like dislike with a grain of salt from me. I'll be honest with that. I didn't like how you need multiple playthroughs to max out your P organ. Uh, I liked how they did the P organ. I liked the fact that you needed to get the quartz to activate the P organ. I liked how you had to, you get different abilities as you unlock. But I want to do it all of it. I want to do all one playthrough. So I didn't like that. Now, again, this is a core concept to the game, and maybe I just don't like it because I don't like it. And some people might, so this might be a hot take instead. But the fact that you have to actively look at your weapon durability and make sure that your weapon durability does not hit basically a third or below. Because if it gets to that third or below and you're in a boss fight, it can get real sticky real quick. I did not like that. Now, again, this might you have to take this one with a grain of salt here. I Chickens. Thank you. Some of the debuff status effects, instead of having to go from 0 to full and then take effect, would be like 0 to 5 or 0 to 10 and take effect. You immediately get the debuff, no matter what percentage you're at. That debuff is there, started, done, deal with it. I personally didn't like that. It made some of the fights, some of the enemies, truly like intolerable. I didn't like it. I beat them, didn't like it. It made it very challenging. And I get that this might go more into the gimmick boss area, or gimmick enemies. It was just annoying. All right, hot takes. Hot takes now. Um, the special grindstone I found to be more annoying than helpful. So I just didn't end up using it. I didn't need it. I figured the grindstone was all I really needed, and the special grindstone was more just a prop to boost me up. I didn't like it. I thought it was annoying. All right. Yeah, I think we're getting into the spoilers area now mostly. So let's, if you've watched until now and you really don't want to get like any storyline spoilers or possibly storyline spoilers, stop the video now and we're good. Thank you for watching. However, if you don't care, some of these hot takes might get some spoilers in there. So let's continue. The stalkers, for the most part, weren't evil people. I ended up actually at the end of it more or less agreeing with them. So take that. Yeah, it's a hot take. Uh, the same thing can be the alchemists as a faction. They're not evil per se. They're just trying to adapt and survive, and that's understandable. Except for Simon, he's a dick. He's evil. Red Fox and Black Cat fall into this category as well. They aren't evil. They're just trying to survive. Um, having enemies after you defeat them or kill them, having them explode afterwards in a short delay, like a grenade, is freaking genius. Whoever decided to add that in caught me completely off guard. Well done. You've killed me multiple times because of it, but like, good job. Well done. Great enemy design. I didn't like the amount of Legion that your arm had or could get. I think I got mine up to like level like 27, and even then I would run out of it very quickly. And I feel like it should have just been, you should be able to really have and go at it with it and be able to have fun with it. Be able to use it for an entire boss fight. And you really can't. It's very small amounts. And I get it. The arm is supposed to be complementary to your fighting style. Um, I just wanted it to be possibly the whole fighting style. Now, there's a caveat to this hot take as well, because there is a P organ slot that allows you to continuously regenerate region for free. You don't need to like do anything; it will just continually regen it. Um, once you get that in your P organ, it, this hot take is null and void, because it you just constantly regenerate it. So again, grain of salt for this hot take. All right, now the frequently asked questions. Will I play this game again? Um, I don't think I will. However, it does appear that the game has multiple endings. So if you want to see every ending in its fruition, you will have to play the game multiple times. Can you pick this game up? Can you put this game down and then pick it back up? I would not recommend it. You can, but this game took a lot from Sekiro with the deflecting and the combat. Getting those timings down for some bosses or some enemies is truly necessary. And if you put the game down, you could lose that attunement to it. So you absolutely can put it down, but again, not recommending. Um, would I ever recommend this to a friend? So if your friend enjoys a challenge, enjoys Dark Souls themed games, enjoys Sekiro, enjoys Bloodborne, enjoys Souls likes, yeah, this game's a game for them. This is absolutely right down their alley. If uh, But the game is a challenge. Granted, I'm old. I'm an older gamer, so my reaction time isn't the best. But this game is a challenge, and you really have to be good with pattern recognition to be able to handle it. So it is a yes and a no. Um, are there any games that are like Lies of P? Yes. Two games immediately come to mind, and I've mentioned them multiple times, which is Bloodborne and Sekiro. If you play either of those games, and you like them, you will love Lies of P. No questions asked. Um, both of those games are developed by FromSoft and are amazing in my book. I choose Sekiro over Bloodborne. Uh, that'll start some problems in the comments. I know, but Sekiro is better than Bloodborne. Don't care. I'll hurt your feelings on that one. Now, overall review of the game: 9 out of 10. Extremely solid game. Extremely good. Very fun. Very fulfilling. The game didn't let me down in almost any regard. It was a great, fun game. Um, and again, as I stated earlier, the whole reason I bought this game was because of the demo. So, if you have any curiosity for it, download the demo, and this will pretty much set your expectations on whether you want to play it or not. I don't want to give it a 10 out of 10, because I know there will be certain points that let you down or possibly are too hard or too challenging, and I get that. I understand that. It is a 9 out of 10 in my book. It is not a 10, but it is a great game. It is a fun one. Otherwise, that's pretty much it for the review. Now, let me give you some chicken tacks. There are my chickens. They are good chickens. Get out of there. Shoo. Shoo, 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 shoo. Anyway, that's going to be it for me. Have a good one, folks.